I'm going to demonstrate for you how to complete the Unit 4 activity, Determine Your Budget. And in this case, I'm going to look at the 4.14 activity, Determine Your Budget worksheet. I'm going to click on that and then open it up down here in the left-hand part of your screen. So I have the worksheet open. Again, you'll notice here it says Determine Your Budget with the mint.org. And here are the instructions. You're going to open the website called Determine Your Budget. It's from the mint.org, and here is the website, and this here is a live link to that website. So open that up and we'll be ready to go. So I have both the website for the mint.org as well as the instructions and my worksheet open at the same time. And you'll notice that it first says, begin by entering the average or median gross income for your career choice A. And you'll notice down here it says to find your salary information, review it in your Plan A, Plan B career choice in Unit 4. So take a minute, go back to that unit, and you can find that hopefully in your transition portfolio. If you haven't done the Unit 4 activity yet, stop and do that now. So once I've checked and found my average or median salary for my career plan A, which is a teacher, I'm going to come over here to the website, and the instructions, sorry about that, the instructions explain to delete the zeros and then enter your median or average salary for your career plan A here. So as a teacher, my median salary was $58,030. And you'll notice that this is an interactive website, and as I typed in this number, it was doing some calculations up here. And this is my gross pay, and what it calculated was the net pay. It deducted my taxes directly from the gross pay to give me my net pay. And this explains that there. It explains that you won't take home your entire gross pay. You're going to have to pay your taxes. So again, here is your monthly salary after taxes, also known as our net pay, of $3,143.29. Come over here to your worksheet. Your career title plan A. Type your career title plan A in this box here. So my career plan title A is high school teacher. And my annual gross income before deductions is this amount here, the $58,030. $58,030. And then the website calculated my after taxes, or my net pay, for $3,143.29. $3,143.29. So type that there. Next, click the green button labeled Bill Your Budget. And now it asks you to set a monthly savings goal and plan. You want to try to save 5 to 10% of your monthly net income. So in order to do that, you're going to pull up your calculator and do a little bit of work. You're going to multiply your monthly net income times whichever you decide, 5 or 10% of your net income is going to go towards savings. So coming over here to my calculator, I'm going to choose to save 10% of my net income. So I'm going to multiply $3,143.29, or my net income, times 10%, 0.10. And that means that each month I need to save $314.29. It says down here, delete the zeros and type the amount you want to save each month. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to delete the zeros and type in 33 cents. And that, now you're going to decide, how do you want to save that amount. You're going to choose a savings plan to earn interest on your money each month and record your results here in the table. So how much are we going to save per month? Well, I just decided $314.33. And how am I going to save that? Well, I look over here and here are my three options. Standard savings, which earns 0.50%, a CD, 1%, or a money market, which earns 0.5%. Now, if you need your money right away, you want to save your money in a standard savings. If you don't need it to be so liquid, meaning you don't need it for at least 1 year, you would choose a CD. And if you don't need that money in your savings for a while, choose a money market fund. I'm going to choose a CD earning 1%. So savings option, I chose a CD, and the interest rate is right here at 1%. Next, I'm going to come down here and it says click the green button labeled Fixed Expenses. Choose the options for fixed expenses that best match your preferences and click Continue. What fixed expenses do you need to live comfortably? Which fixed expenses do you want? And I'm going to write, to live comfortably, I need. So now I come back here to the website. So your first fixed expense is rent of an apartment. Do you want to share a 2-bedroom apartment with a roommate? Do you want a 1-bedroom apartment all on your own in a moderately priced area, or do you want a 1-bedroom in a very high rent, good, well choice location? I'm going to live with a roommate. So I'm going to click on that. So I need a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, apartment with a roommate. Now it says continue. Do I need a cell phone? Well, I do need a cell phone, but I'm going to upgrade it from the basic package to one that offers unlimited minutes, long distance, and a lot of texting. I don't need that, but I want that. So I need the basic cell phone package. Again, I apologize. So I need the basic cell phone package, but I don't necessarily need all of the upgrades. So I'm going to save that for my wants. I don't know where that came from. Let me delete that. Next, do I want cable TV? Can I use the basic package, or do I want the ultimate? Well, I think the basic is good for me, and I'm going to type that here. Do I want broadband internet? I need it because I work at home and I need to have internet. Now I click continue. Those are my one more fixed expense is a car payment. Do I need a used car, a new kind of nice car, a big car, or do I need to go for luxury? I'm going for the old. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to go for the Mazda. So I need a car. Again, hit continue. I need insurance for sure, and because I have somewhat of a nicer car, I'm going to go with one with low deductible, meaning that if I have an accident, I'm going to pay less money if I have the accident, and my insurance will pay more money. If I go with one with the high deductible, that means that if I have an accident, I'm going to pay more money, and the insurance will pay less money. I'm going with the low deductible. Next, do I need renter's insurance? Yes, I do, because my landlord says I have to have it. So I'm going to type that in there. Oh my word. All right, next hit continue. Fixed expenses, savings. How much do I want to transfer to savings each month? The first amount was the one-time get started. In this case, this is monthly. I'm going to choose 5%. And college loans. Now you need to enter some amount here. I'm going to go with a college loan of $100. And these are variable expenses. So now I'm going to click variable expenses, and here they are. Now here are some choices to make. Do you want to eat mostly fresh food because you like to cook? Are you going to buy stuff that's already prepared, like from the grocery store that's already prepared, or do you plan to eat out a lot? I'm going to choose to cook my own food at home. Now, during lunch, am I going to pack my lunch for work? Am I going to buy lunch 6 times a month? Or buy lunch every day? I'm going to pack my lunch for work. And finally, am I going to eat out a bunch? Well, you notice up here that I chose that I'm going to buy mostly fresh food and I don't want that to spoil, so I'm going to eat out as little as possible. So 10 times a month, that averages to be about two times a week. Hit continue. Variable expenses are those expenses that change from month to month. Fill in the number of purchases for each month. How many times do I plan to go to the movie and buy a snack each month? Well, I'm not a huge moviegoer, but I am going to allow myself one time at the movie theater. Am I going to allow myself to buy books each month? One time. Clothing. Do I plan to spend more than $50 each month on clothing? Not more than, but maybe $50 per month. I'm not a huge concert goer, so I'm going to not allow for that. Tank of gas. Notice that it's $45, and I drive a lot, so I'm going to say I need to fill up 3 times per month. And then trips to the coffee shop, I'm going to limit that to 2 times per month at $4 a piece. Next, you're going to fill in an estimated cash that you may spend each week and not track. So remember I said that I'm not going to allow myself to go to the concert. Well, this is where that money might fit in. I'm going to allow myself $30 per month to spend on extraneous things like the concert, like a friend's birthday present, like hygiene products, so on and so forth. Next, hit result. And here's what we have. Up here is all of my records. Your total monthly income, again, this is your net amount. These are all of my fixed expenses, equal $1,309. My variable expenses equal $613. My total monthly expenses, all of these added up, equal $1,922, which means that take your total monthly salary minus all of your expenses. That means that you have left over to save $1,221.38. Now, if you end up with a negative number, meaning that you have nothing left, you're actually minus money, you might want to try this activity again and use your career plan B and see if that's a better. Again, you might want to try your career plan B and see if that's a better choice for you. And here's where we're trying to figure out if this career that you're interested in will fund your lifestyle. So if that's the case, try it again using your career plan B. Come over here to your worksheet. What variable expenses do you need to live comfortably? So when considering what variable expenses I need groceries. I need clothing. And once I finish writing out all of the variable expenses that I need and those that I want, then I come down to this next section and I fill this out, the budget items, according to this information right here. Total monthly income would go right here.